At that moment, I wanted him to know. Truthfully, at that moment, I wanted him to know that I feel like you're a threat, but I'm a threat also. I feel like you have to be played with, neither am I. Because I'm hearing that he want to come at me about that. So me facing him and telling him that is like, oh, you looking for me? Mister, here I go. Here I am. This is what it is. So at that moment, my mind frame was, you sure you want to do that? So that's why I approached that like that in that situation like that.
Well, you could have just probably caught him down bad right there too, right?
Yeah, because I wanted to make sure because the street was telling me a lot of stuff, and I was hearing so many different things. I really wanted to know if it was real, because I felt like I knew he ain't got nothing to do with that. Because homie robbed me, but I'm thinking, I'm like, nah, he might not ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't want to go by what nobody else say. I want to hear from you, like you really rocking with that, or you really like messing with that. Okay, so now I know what it is now. Now I know it's up with me and you. So I had to know that. I had to make sure I just couldn't go on what nobody say. I just straight go at it. You know what I'm saying? Because I could be wrong. I could have been down bad. But he straight told me, yeah.
How did that conversation go?
Man, I'm like, what's up? So I'm hearing that you rocking with that. You got something to do with that. I'm like, you messing with that? He's like, yeah, I'm messing with that. I said, so you riding for that? He's like, yeah, I'm riding for that. I'm like, all right, that's what's up. He said, but you know, we ain't got to go there. We ain't got to go. He said, you know what? We can talk about it. I said, so we can have a conversation about it? He said, yeah. I said, we're going to talk about it then. We're going to talk about it. I said, let's meet up somewhere. I gave him a spot, Felix Oyster Bar in the Prince Bar. I said, let's go over there. He said, no, that's too close to the Iberville. He said, let's go to Piccadilly in Carrollton. I'm like, all right, cool. We can do that. We can meet up over there. So that's how that conversation.
Gotcha. So going back before that, the dice game in the Magnolia that kind of started everything.
Right.
What made you shoot dice in the Magnolia? Like, did you know people back there, and do you remember any other familiar faces?
I had family back there.
Okay.
I had family back there, and I had people back there stand back there. My cousin actually stayed right up to school, the elementary school they had back there. My cousin stayed right across the street from that. I used to go back there all the time, right off the wreck. Like I said, during that time, people out the Magnolia used to come in the melt, because some of the hot boys were messing with a lot of the girls back here. Dudes out the melt used to go in the Magnolia. It wasn't a heavy thing, but it happened and it took place. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm going back there and I'm seeing people that I know back there, and dudes I was rocking with, some of them I went to high school with at Booker T. Some of them I went to middle school with, James Darrell. So when I'm seeing a few of the people back there and I'm, talking to some of them and hollering at some of them, I feel like, all right, you know what, I'm gonna shoot at that dice. But that wasn't my first time, that was like my second time. So I wanted to shoot at that dice. And I done my thing, I cut up. I ain't put like $4,000 on it. So I put like, I wanna say $2,500 in my back pocket and $1,500 in my front pocket. So when I left the dice game and went to the other side of the project, walked to the other side, that's where my truck was parked at by Tom in the front. That's why I was going over there on that side. Like I see, homie came up, grabbed me. But y'all know the details about that.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, okay. And that's what sparked everything.
Yeah, that's what sparked everything.
And then did y'all like get into that club Detour?
Yeah, right after that.
Oh, right after that.
Right after that. Right after he robbed me in the project, the following weekend, we saw me about Detour. And I was just shocked to see them around us. But that's to let you know like how treacherous those dudes were. They didn't care about none of that. I don't care if I just robbed you. I know you be in this club. I'm in here. What's up?
Yeah,
I ain't even worried about you. So that was their attitude, and that was his attitude.
Yeah, I got to fighting outside.
Yeah, we got to tell that squad while I was there.
So, what led you to be in the Iberville at that time? Like, did you have a drop, or was you just randomly?
Guess what? I was going back there. I had a baby mama that was standing there. And my kids were getting off the kitty bus. They were in pre-K. So the van was going to drop them off. I was going back there for that. And I also had family in the Iberville. I used to hang in the Iberville. I lived in the Iberville for a little while. Just happened to be back there and going back there. When I'm walking back there to go to get my son off the little kitty van, man, that boy said, go skip right there. Giggity like that, go skip right there. So when that went like that, like y'all know how it go from there. Oh man, that's no question. You just get the firing off.
You had to defend yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I mean, yeah, we heard that story, plenty of times. But I just had to. But now that y'all squashed it though, which was big.
Definitely. Shout out to Terrence Gangsta Williams, man. Believe that.
Sure. So
Wrong man time.
right. How did you feel like? How you feel now that y'all squashed it? Does it feel like something lifted off your shoulders?
Yeah, you took the words out my mouth, man. I feel like a big weight lifted off my shoulder because, like I said, I'm at a point in my life where I feel like, I got to be all the way on grown man time, and I got to stand on what I'm telling these kids out here. To leave that beef and all that stuff alone and squash all of that and grow up, and it's all about ownership, so I'm standing on that. And I want them to understand that a lot of times when they want to squash their beef, they feel like blood was shed and they can't do it. Well, blood was shed on his side and blood was shed on my side. And after him and Diesel reached out to me, bro, I thought about it. I waited for a while. As you can see on my new Rap Cap podcast interview, I wasn't ready to do it. You know what I'm saying? A few people had came to me and approached me about it and actually try to talk to dude, try to holler at him and try to squash it, but I hadn't got to that point at the time. So I got on grown man time. I grew to a point. I had to grow. And it was all about the growth for me. So I got to that point where I wanted to, you know what? I think it's time I put this behind me and continue being a grandfather to my grandkids, and standing on business and showing these youngsters like, we can do it better, man. You can put the guns down and squash the beef and do it better than that.
What was holding you back though? Like you said, you wasn't ready yet. What you think was holding you back from just squashing it? And when you was on the Rap Cap?
I was still mad. I was still angry about a lot of the stuff that me and Gangsta was doing and still going through it. I was still bitter. That's the word I'm gonna use. I was still bitter about a lot of the stuff that me and him had to went through, online, offline, things that people were saying. Us assassinating each other's character, the way we went in on each other every single week. I got tired of it. I got tired of it, bro.
I couldn't even keep up.
Yeah, man, I got tired of it.
Mr. Answer Right Back,
yeah,
you answer right back, Tubby, Monkey, or whatever y'all was calling. I'm like, man, y'all boys need to squash this, man. Yeah, tripping.
Right, it was entertaining, man.
Yeah, nah, for
it was
sure.
entertaining, bro.
But I kind of always seen, from watching your channel, like you was a good, genuine dude. I thought y'all would come together one day and squash that, which I did, which is cool. I know it took a lot for you, it took a lot for him.
Absolutely.
He lost a friend. Yeah,
because we went through a lot through that whole situation, right? Man. And I still applaud him right now today for us to get to that point in our lives where we can sit down with one another and squash that beef, bro. Man, that's big, man. That's major.
That was big.
Yeah,
that was big.
That was big, bro.
That was definitely big. So I got another question while we talking about that Magnolia and Mountain beef, right?
Right.
It was a big dog out the mouth, Burger,
yeah.
who was killed, or he was deleted in the Magnolia.
Right.
Do you remember hearing that news?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Let's go.
Sick with it, and we live. I'm trying to tell y'all, we live right now. I got sick just pulling up. What's up, sir?
It's all love, man. Love out there,
We
baby.
live. We in the heart of it. Sick of
Do that.
it.
You already
I
know
ain't
what's
seen you
up,
since
man.
last time. You good?
Yeah. That's what it is, man.
Great, man.
That was up,
I ain't
man.
never good. I'm great.
Who used to win in the fight back in the day when y'all used to fight? Who used to win in the fight?
He used to say, you know what? We used to go at it. Ain't no winner.
Oh,
We just
okay.
banging it out.
That's it, bro.
Okay.
Bang out.
That's it.
Ain't no winner. We just
Believe
bang it
that.
out. Dab it out.
Believe that.
And that was
Keep
it.
back running. Back love.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Oh, yeah. Believe that.
man.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Believe that, bro.
You gonna hang around? Cause we about to move around.
Yeah, we going to
Y'all
another spot.
y'all
That's it. We
walk
going
around?
up. We going down there. And then we going back around up.
Believe that. I got y'all covered, you heard?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I got y'all covered.
So,
All over around, I got y'all covered. Believe that.
no doubt.
Let me
doubt,
off in the
no doubt.
building. Believe
Believe
that.
that. That's what it is, man.
Live and direct.
Yeah, direct. We
man.
live, bro. Yeah, that's what it is.
So yeah, so
Get y'all do y'all thing, man.
All right, man.
so we around.
About to go on to the state.
All right.
So yeah, so like I said, we live, y'all. So so do you remember hearing that news about Burger being deleted?
Yeah, man. I was in the project when I got that news.